Well, hello. How are you guys? Can we make sure everybody's awake? Can you just give me a wave? How about the other way? Another wave. Let me hear you yell one time. Oh, I'm old. That's too loud. Very loud. But just kidding. My name is Kelly. This will be my third time to do this, and I'm pretty excited about it. You know, when my kids were growing up, they all laughed at everything I said, so I figured, why not give it a shot, right? So far it's working out. I've been in Santa Fe, New Mexico for going on 4 or 5 months now. Everything is so much different. I live in Mobile, Alabama. I know you guys are thinking the difference in accents. I get it. You all have accents. I'm okay with it. I don't judge. All is well. But in Santa Fe, things are a lot different than they are in Mobile, Alabama. For example, a few weeks ago, I woke up with a terrible toothache. First thing I did was I grabbed my face. Second thing, I grabbed the Orajel, got some Tylenol. I'm trying to get this under control. I call a dentist in Santa Fe. And in just 6 short months, I'm going to be able to go in there and get my tooth fixed. True story. Now, if I was in Mobile, Alabama, and I wake up with a toothache, I'm going to grab the Orajel, I'm going to grab the Tylenol, I'm going to grab the phone, I'm going to call the dentist. You know what they're going to tell me? They're booked up too. But in Mobile, Alabama, a dental office is a lot like an auto repair shop. I could swing by, drop my teeth off, they'll work them in and call me when they're done. A lot different. If you don't get that, it's a redneck joke against me. Alright, try to keep up. I'll tell you something else that's different in Santa Fe. So, since I've gotten to New Mexico and I've had the privilege of going all over the state, I've worked in 32 states. This is probably the most beautiful state that I've ever been able to visit, and I count it a privilege and an honor. You guys are blessed beyond measure. That being said, you guys have access to stuff that we don't have access to. That THC stuff. I've had 2 episodes, and I don't want to go over my time, so just cue me here, but the first thing that happened was I was in the office. I'd been in Santa Fe for about 3 weeks, and I hadn't fell asleep yet. I was so exhausted, couldn't sleep for nothing. Somebody in the office said, hey, go get you some THC with melatonin in it, and it will help you sleep. Okay, I'm dumb enough, I'll try. So I go get some THC gummies with melatonin. The first night, I took 2. Because I'm a big guy, right? I took 2, I went to bed, I slept for about 3 or 4 hours, woke up, I was up the rest of the night. That was terrible. I did it again, same thing. So I waited about 2 weeks, I was exhausted again. I'm on the phone with my wife, I said, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna take 2 of these things, and I'm gonna go to bed. She was in Mobile. So I took 2, just 2. Everybody hold up 2 fingers. I just took 2. Went to bed, I slept for about 2.5, 3 hours, woke up. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be up all night again. So I made the mistake of taking a 3rd one. But when I took the 3rd one, I also ate some peanut butter crackers and drank some water. Nobody told me that food activates that stuff. That should be on the label. So I go back to bed, I got 3 of these things in my system. I wake up, I don't know how many hours later, I can't read the clock at that point. I'm waving at eagles as they fly by. So I get out of the bed, I make my way to the restroom, and then going back to the bed, I'm like, this ain't gonna be a good trip here. I get back to the bedroom. I have a little 1-bedroom apartment there in Santa Fe. I get in the bedroom, I'm looking at the bed, and all of a sudden something just nailed me right between my shoulders. What in the world? I turned around and looked, it was the floor. Yep. We had gotten very close all of a sudden. First thing I thought was, 3 is too many. The second thing I thought was, 3 is way too many. I don't bother getting up, I lay there. I'm too elevated to be cold, hot, uncomfortable. I'm just laying there. I'm waiting on the sun to come up so I can tell what time it is. That was the first episode. The second episode was a little bit hairier. So I've been going to the doctor. I can't seem to acclimate to the altitude, the climate. I live at 17 feet above sea level. Literally 17 feet. When there's a wave, I got to go out and move the water off the carport, right? So I keep going to the doctor. This doctor in Santa Fe says, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to the THC dispensary, and I want you to get some THC, and I want you to do this every evening for about 2 or 3 weeks, so about an hour before you go to bed. Just take a few little, totes there, and you should sleep better. Everything's going to start working out for you. Trust me, go try it. I said, I don't even know where to go. He said, I'm going to give you the address. Just put it in your GPS, as we like to talk about, and go. Okay. It was snowing. The last time I saw snow in Mobile, I was able to fix it by going to pay my cable bill. All right, we don't have snow. So I put this in the GPS. I'm going, it's snowing, I'm not used to this. I'm trying to like, wait a minute. If I don't do THC, I don't want any of my friends and coworkers to think this is my lifestyle, so I'm worried about that. I pull into what the GPS says, and all of a sudden, I jump out and run in. I'm worried about who's here, who's seeing. I run in. I didn't realize there's 2 businesses at this location. I did not run into the weed store. I ran into the adult toy store. The young lady behind the counter looks at me and she goes, can I help you? I don't know why I did this. I'm an idiot. I have no idea why I said what I said. But I said, I'd like to see the manager, please. And she said, is there anything I can help you with? I said, well, maybe. I was in here a few weeks ago and I bought one of your products and it was defective. It injured me. She goes, oh, sir, which toy did you buy? Now, I had not thought this life through that far yet. So I looked where I was standing and I was surrounded by imitation male body parts. And there was this one that was massive and weird. I think it had a car stereo in it or something. I don't know. I said, that one right there, that's the one I bought. And she said, can I ask what the injury is? I said, absolutely. Look, it chipped my tooth. My name is Kelly. You guys have a great night.